Good morning, everyone. My name is Bahrul Rizky Kurniawan. Today, I'd like to take you on a journey that begins on our own planet and reaches far beyond into the cosmos. Let me begin with a simple question. Why is Earth so special? This presentation explores that mystery through the lens of bioastronomy, focusing on Earth's unique traits, how it compares to other celestial bodies, and whether its life-supporting features are truly rare or just one example among many. Bioastronomy studies life in the universe, and so far, Earth remains the only confirmed inhabited planet. By studying Earth, we can define the key criteria for habitability, such as the presence of liquid water, the right temperature and pressure, available energy sources, and essential chemical elements. Earth also teaches us how a planet can remain habitable over billions of years, despite dramatic changes in its atmosphere, climate, and geology. And importantly, Earth helps us learn what to look for in detecting biosignatures like oxygen, methane, and even features like the vegetation red edge when we search for life beyond our solar system. However, focusing only on Earth can be risky. It creates that scientists call anthropocentric and geocentric bias, assuming life elsewhere must look like life on Earth. This could lead us to overlook life in environments very different from our own. So, the core question of this presentation is: are Earth life supporting features universal or rare? To answer that, this study will explore Earth's unique characteristics, compare Earth with other celestial bodies, and analyze scientific debates on its uniqueness. Let's begin with the first major theme of this presentation, the key characteristic that make Earth habitable. And one of the most fundamental of these is liquid water. Water is often referred to as the universal solvent for life, and for good reason. It facilitates nearly all known biochemical reactions and metabolic processes. So far, we have never found life that exists without liquid water, making it an essential habitability criterion on any planet we explore. Although some have proposed alternatives like ammonia or methane, these remain purely speculative and unproven. What truly sets Earth apart is its abundance of water. About 70% of Earth's surface is covered by ocean, with an average depth of roughly 4 kilometers. We also find liquid water in rivers, lakes, and groundwater reservoirs. Beyond supporting life directly, liquid water also drives geological processes like erosion and tectonics, helping cycle nutrients that are vital for ecosystem to thrive. Now, why is liquid water stable on Earth's surface? A major reason is that Earth lies within the Sun's habitable zone. This is the distance range around a star where a planet's surface temperatures allow water to remain liquid, assuming the right atmospheric pressure. Being in the habitable zone support long-term habitability, but that zone is not static. It's influenced by factors like stellar brightness, greenhouse gases, and the planet's own feedback mechanism. As we can see here, Earth sits comfortably in the conservative habitable zone, not too hot, not too cold. This position, combined with Earth's atmospheric and geological condition, is why water has remained stable on Earth for billions of years. So, the stable presence of widespread liquid water enabled by Earth's ideal position in the habitable zone is one of the most defining features that sets our planet apart as a life-bearing world. Let's now move on to another key factor, Earth's atmosphere, which acts as a protective shield essential for sustaining life. First, let's talk about composition. Earth's atmosphere contains about 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Nitrogen plays a key role in maintaining surface pressure, which is critical for keeping water in a liquid state. Oxygen, in the other hand, is vital for aerobic respiration and is also used in the formation of the ozone layer, an important barrier against UV radiation. In addition to these gases, Earth's atmosphere contains small amount of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor. Despite being present in low concentration, they play a massive role in regulating our planet's temperature. Without them, the Earth's average surface temperature would drop to minus 18 degrees Celsius, far below the freezing point of water. Thanks to the greenhouse effect, the average temperature is maintained around 15 degrees Celsius, ideal for life as we know it. Another essential layer of protection is the ozone layer. Formed from oxygen molecules, the ozone layer absorbs harmful UV radiation in the range of 200 to 300 nanometers. Without this protection, UV rays could severely damage DNA and hinder the evolution of complex life in the planet. To conclude this section, Earth's atmosphere provides not just the pressure and warmth, but also protection from harmful radiation. This combination makes Earth uniquely habitable among its neighboring planets and is an essential part of what sustains life here. Now let's move on to another critical but invisible feature, Earth's magnetic field. It originates from the convection and the rotation of molten iron and nickel in the planet's outer core. This motion generates a global magnetic field through what is known as the dynamo effect. This field extends far into space and forms what we call the magnetosphere. What's important about this is that it acts as Earth's protective barrier, deflecting high energy charged particles from the sun, commonly known as the solar wind. The magnetic field is not a given. It requires internal heat to sustain the convection in Earth's core. Earth's size is just right to retain this internal heat, coming both from its formation and from radioactive decay. In addition, tectonic activity help maintain this heat flow, supporting the continuous motion needed for magnetic generation. Without this, the magnetic field would weaken or vanish, leaving Earth vulnerable to atmospheric loss like what happened to Mars. This image shows how solar wind interact with Earth's magnetic field. Instead of bombarding our atmosphere directly, most of the solar wind is diverted around the planet by the magnetosphere. Thanks to this magnetic field, Earth's atmosphere remains stable and protected, which is essential for maintaining habitability over billions of years. So, although invisible, the magnetic field is one of the most vital shields making life on Earth possible. Now, let's continue with another critical factor, climate stability and how plate tectonics plays a key role. One of the Earth's natural thermostats is the carbonate silicate cycle. In this process, carbon dioxide dissolves in rainwaters and form carbonic acid, which weathers silicate rock. The resulting product like calcium and bicarbonate ions are eventually used by marine life to form shells and sediments, locking carbon into carbonate rocks. But that's not the end of the story. Thanks to plate tectonics, those carbonate rocks are slowly subducted into the Earth's mantle, where the carbon is released again as carbon dioxide through volcanic activity. This acts as a natural carbon recycling mechanism. Even more importantly, it creates a negative feedback loop. If the planet warms up, weathering increases, pulling more carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and causing cooling. And if the planet cools down, weathering slows and carbon dioxide pulls up again, warming the surface. This feedback system has helped Earth maintain habitable temperatures for billions of years. This is also connected to the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and water vapor trap heat and maintain Earth's surface warm, and water vapor, in particular, acts as a powerful feedback agent. It amplifies any initial warming or cooling triggered by CO2 changes. So, in conclusion, plate tectonics does not just shape the continents, it also keeps the planet habitable over geological timescale by regulating climate, which is essential for sustaining liquid water and life. Now let's move to the next key factors, the sun. One of the reasons Earth is so habitable lies not just in the planet itself, but in the kind of star it orbits. The Sun is a G2V type star, which means it emits energy in a stable and consistent manner over billions of years. This long-term stability has been essential for regulating Earth's climate and enabling biological evolution to unfold gradually without sudden disruption. In addition to energy stability, the Sun supports what's known as a classical habitable zone. This is the range of orbital distance, where a planet can maintain liquid water on its surface, assuming it has a suitable atmosphere. Earth's position within this zone is critical. What makes this even more impressive is the Earth has internal geophysical processes, such as the carbonate silicate cycle, that help regulate atmospheric carbon dioxide to adapt to gradual changes in solar output, effectively expanding the habitable zone's stability over time. Now, when we compare the Sun with other types of stars, such as red dwarf, the Sun really stands out. Red dwarf often cause tidal locking, where one side of a planet always faces the star, leading to extreme temperatures. They also frequently emit strong stellar flares that could strip a planet's atmosphere. The Sun avoids these problems. Its light spectrum supports oxygenic photosynthesis, and its gradual increase in luminosity gives Earth time to adjust through long-term feedback system. So, while the Sun is not the only type of star that can host life-bearing planets, it offers an exceptional combination of stability, spectral output, and habitable zone width, making it an ideal host for life as we know it. Let's now look at another often overlooked factor in Earth's habitability: the Moon. First, the Moon plays a critical role in stabilizing Earth's axial tilt, or what we call obliquity. Without the Moon, Earth's tilt could swing chaotically between 0 and 85 degrees. These wild variations would cause extreme, unpredictable climate shifts over millions of years. But thanks to the Moon, Earth's tilt stays relatively stable, helping maintain a predictable climate. This stability is enhanced by the Moon's effect on Earth precession, or the slow wobble in the orientation of Earth's rotation axis. Secondly, the Moon affects tides and the length of Earth's day. Lunar gravity drives ocean tides, which in turn contribute to tidal friction. This friction has gradually slowed Earth rotation over time, from about 12 hours per day to our current 24-hour cycle. That's essential not just for regulating circadian rhythm in life form, but also for energy balance on Earth. What makes this even more remarkable is that Earth's moon is unusually large for a planet of our size. The moon likely formed from a giant impact with a Mars-sized body, a rare event in planetary evolution. Some scientists debate whether the moon's stability helps species that need steady conditions or those that can handle change. Either way, the moon likely influenced how complex life developed on Earth. In conclusion, the moon's large size, its gravitational influence, and its stabilizing effects suggest that it plays a critical and possibly rare role in supporting Earth's long-term habitability.